Hey fam, it's me again. How'd y'all like that song I did yesterday? I'm kind of digging this making music shit, and I really am. Uh, how y'all doing this Saturday? Well, as always, I'm not dealing with fear. I'm dealing with the crap that causes it. The crap that, well, just the crap, you know? And, well, I do know, and I've said it a million times, in to stay clean, I got to protect that peace I found. And what that translates to for me is whatever is causing me stress, anxiety, or whatnot, if I let it go too far, if I let it go on too long, it's going to wind up taking pieces of my peace that I'm going to have to fight to get back. Because I'm convinced it's been, nearly 7 months that, me and methamphetamine have not crossed paths. Well, we've crossed paths, but we ain't touched each other. And the reason I say we've crossed paths, no, I ain't had it in front of me, nothing like that. But it's everywhere. It is every fucking where. But, no. My little situation here. With the changing of the job and the everything, and yeah, we did get my pay thing figured out. I've been robbing Peter to pay Paul, which means borrowing from checks I said I wasn't going to do. And I've been doing that just to keep the roof over my head. And, the reason that that's the reason I didn't get a check last week. Matter of fact, that gift of money that I thought, was a manifestation was what was left over that I didn't borrow. So my check wasn't that big anyway. And I've been doing that. I've been doing that just to keep this roof over my head. I took in a roommate for the same reason, because with this job, it's only part-time. And I'm not going to sit on my soapbox and scream to the top of my lungs, nothing about my situation. First thing, I follow my readers. First thing out the gate this morning was Bree 808, shout out just in case she's here on TikTok. She picks... asking for help is refusing to give up. It's not giving up. But even like she said, asking for help makes me feel weak, makes me feel not independent. It makes me, I would almost rather be, obliterated than to ask somebody to help me out. Well, I mean, for one, because in the past, anytime I've done that, it's always come with some sick-ass conditions. And whenever I say sick-ass, I'm talking about shit that, when you're asking for somebody else's assistance in anything, usually that's going to come with some bullshit that you ain't trying to be a part of and you'd rather not deal with. Okay, well, especially whenever it comes to money or something like that. But I would almost rather suffer than ask for help. Now, I've started a GoFundMe, and for some odd reason, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if I didn't do it. I don't know. But it's not... I'm feeling like it's not meant for me to get anything from that era or from that avenue. I don't know. What I do know is I've just about come to a decision that I can't do this to me anymore. Whew, I don't want to cry. I'm not sad. Well, I say I'm not sad. I really am, because I have fought so hard for, hold on a second, for what little independence I've had, to where it feels like a failure to walk away from it. But that peace that I found, if I don't protect it and if I don't keep it at all costs, like a CDL, in the trucking community, they say protect your CDL at all costs, because the fines that a truck driver gets versus a regular Class R driver is quadrupled. A speeding ticket can cost that driver $10,000 versus the 100 and something it's going, or 200 and something, however much it is now. I ain't had a speeding ticket in 100 years, but however much it is now for a regular driver. And it's hard to look at the last 6 months and not feel like, that I'm losing. And then I just feel a lot of different things. I hate feeling, folks, but you have to, because this is your shadow work's never done. And this is something that, I'm coming to realize. In the beginning, I thought, okay, shadow work, once I face my demons, done, you're done. No, that's not it. Why? Because you always have, something else that's going to come up that you got to feel, get through, and conquer. Pookie's tied up on this fence over here. Hang on, Bubba. There you go. Good boy. I put him on that fence. Y'all seen him. I put him on that fence because he loves to be outside and all the other smelly smells and animals. Anyway, so I've been trying to find avenues to make more money that's not going to just, I'm not trying to kill myself for this life. What's the point? Somebody at my job told me, I need a second job. No, the hell I don't. That's the last thing I need. I'm 50 years old. The last thing I need at my age, with what I've put my body through, is more, asking more from it than it can give me. And I'm a strong-ass woman, physically. I can still move a hill or two. Maybe not a mountain anymore, but a hill. And the last thing I need is to wear myself out, because whenever I'm physically tired, well, that fucks with your mental and shit too. So I'm at a crossroads again. And of course, we're doing this together, because I'll get through it one way or the other. And it's probably going to mean me walking away from this, because it's really causing issue. Every weekend, I dread, because I know I'm going to have to, I don't have everything I need. And when I do, it takes every single solitary bit of it to do this. And then there's nothing left over. I can't even buy fucking toilet paper. Again, I've been borrowing from my paychecks just to get through. I've been borrowing from next week just to get through this week. I can't keep going like this. There's no sense in it. It's starting to warm up. I ain't got to worry. I need to make the change. And I know I do. It's just really fucking hard to do it. So, anywho, just know you're not alone. I'm going through it too. And I'm not scared. It feels like I'm defeated. But I'm not, and I know it. So, But anyway, me and Pookie love you. You're not alone. You got this. Keep coming back, because I will too.